Hi guys, so I'm gonna do a comic book reading of Action Comics #1. Um, I tried to do this before about a month ago, but I never uploaded it on YouTube, and I eventually deleted it because of space reasons. And also, it was on it was on Read Comic Online as well as recorded straight off of it, but I got the actual scans of the original 1938 comic. So the cover is very iconic. Superman holding a car or smashing a car. It was in Superman Returns, and yeah, it's the first ever appearance of Superman. And this comic I think is worth like a lot of money. It's over $1 million, like probably. But yeah, so I don't have the full Action Comics. I only have the Superman story. Uh, the next one I'll probably do is the Satara story. Um, I won't read anything that hasn't that has been made within the last 10 years because I don't want to get like in trouble for copyright. But I will read anything past the last 10 years, so I will read anything past the last 10 years. So this is kind of fascinating. It says $25 tuned to the feature Chuck Dawson. You'll notice it's printed in black and white. So a cash award of $1 will be paid. Yeah, one whole dollar. Back then, that was probably like $100. Really strange. And I don't know who Chuck Dawson is. I have no clue. But I think he was like a cowboy character, I'm pretty sure. So Superman by Jerome Siegel and Joe Shuster. As a distant planet was destroyed by an old age, a scientist placed his infant son within a hastily devised spaceship, launching it towards Earth. So that's the first depiction of Krypton. Um, yeah, I think that's one of the very few depictions because Superman wasn't aware that he was from Krypton in the 1940s when this was being written. So when the vehicle landed on Earth, the passing motorist discovered the sleeping babe within, turned the child over to an orphanage. So yeah, the Kents in this never adopted Superman. The Kents weren't written until later. Um, Instead, a passing motorist found the baby and gave it to an orphanage, like it just said. And it's the same with the Max Fleischer cartoons. Did the same thing, like a random person driving by found Superman. Kal-El. Attendants, unaware that the child's physical structure was millions of years advanced of their own, were astounded at his feats of strength. Yeah, also the solar radiation, Superman getting his powers from solar radiation, didn't come out until I think 1960. That's when that concept came out. Yeah, originally he was just from a very advanced race, but it was a plot hole because Krypton. The plot hole was like, how could a super advanced race like that could lift, like had the immunity like Superman did to all sorts of stuff, and like could like jump really high and smash trains and stuff. Like how could they like not survive a planetary explosion? So they had the solar radiation thing added later for the Earth 1 Superman. This is Earth 2 Superman, which was the 1940s and early 50s Superman. This like late 30s, 40s, and the early 50s. That was Earth 2 Superman. So this is one we're reading right now. When maturity was reached, he discovered he could easily leap 1/8 of a mile, hurdle a 20-story building, raise tremendous weights, run faster than an express train, and that nothing less than a bursting shell could penetrate his skin. Early, Clark decided he must turn his titanic strength into channels that would benefit mankind, and so was created Superman, champion of the oppressed, the physical marvel who had sworn to devote his existence to helping those in need. A scientific explanation of Clark Kent's amazing strength. Kent has come from a planet whose inhabitants' physical structure was millions of years advanced of our own. Upon reaching maturity, the people of his race became gifted with a titanic strength. So yeah, basically what I was just saying. Like they were born with those abilities. So incredible? No. Even today, in our world exists creatures with super strength. The lowly ant can support weights hundreds of times its own. The grasshopper leaps what would be the space of several city blocks. So yeah, it's kind of weird to have these scientific factoid things because these wouldn't come in until the 1960s comics. They'd be more common then than in 1938. It's kind of weird to have that. But I guess because Superman was such a different character, they had to explain how he got the strength. So a tireless figure races through the night. Seconds count. Delay means forfeit of an innocent life. The governor's estate is reached. Make yourself comfortable. I haven't time to attend to it. What do you mean by knocking this hour of the night? I must see the governor. It's a matter of life and death. See him in the morning. I'll see him now. This is a legal entry. I'll have you arrested. Answer my question. Are you going to take me to the governor? No, I won't. Then I'll take you to him. Help, help. So, yes, this is the governor's sleeping room. Don't think you're going to get away with this outrage. It's locked. Yes, and it's made of steel. Try to knock this door down. And he rips the door open. It was your idea. What's the meaning of this? Evelyn Curry is to be electrocuted in 15 minutes for murder. I have proof here of her innocence, a signed confession. Believing the governor menaced by a madman, the butler produces a concealed weapon. Reach for the ceiling, quick. Put that toy away. I warn you, take another step and I shoot. And he shoots him, and it bounces off of him. And there's a little timer here. A life hangs in the balance, 12 minutes to go. The bullet ricochets off Superman's tough skin. This is no time for horseplay. Don't you realize I have proof she's innocent, and you alone can save her? Let me see those papers. Hurry, connect me to the penitentiary. 9 minutes to go. Stop, the governor has pardoned her. Thank God. I told you she was innocent. She's gone, disappeared. Yes, but here's a note he left, sir. You'll find the real murderess bound and delivered on the lawn of your estate. Next morning, as Kent leaves for the newspaper upon which he works as a reporter. Have you heard? The Curry girl is innocent. Let's see the paper. Good, I'm not mentioned. So the Daily Star was originally the Daily Planet. That was the original name, the Daily Star. They changed it for the either the Superman radio show or I think the Max Fleischer cartoons. I'm not sure, but it was originally called the Daily Star. And Superman's editor was originally named George Taylor. That was his original name. It wasn't Perry White, it was George Taylor. Another thing, Superman's home city wasn't Metropolis, it was Cleveland, Ohio, because that's where one of the writers came from. The writers came from there, Cleveland, Ohio. So yeah, Superman was operating in Ohio. Miles away in the governor's private chamber. Gentlemen, I still can't believe my senses. He's not human. Thank heaven he's apparently on the side of law and order. So, the Daily Star office is reached. You wanted to see me? Yes, be seated. Did you ever hear of Superman? What? Reports have been streaming in that a fellow with gigantic strength named Superman actually exists. I'm making it your steady assignment to cover these reports. I think you can handle it, Kent. Listen, Chief, if I can't find out anything about this Superman, no one can. Hurry, Kent. Phone tip, wife beating at 211 Court Avenue. I'm on my way. So yeah, these Superman stories were pretty dark compared to the later ones. And Superman would do various morally questionable things in these early comics, because he was more like an activist. Superman was. So at 211 Court Avenue. Hold it. What do you want? Don't get tough. Tough is putting it mildly, the treatment you're going to get. You're not fighting a woman now. And he throws him. You asked for it. With a sharp snap, the blade breaks upon Superman's tough skin. And now you're going to get a lesson you'll never forget. Fainted. Hearing police sirens, Superman hurriedly dons street clothes over his uniform. It would be just too bad if they searched me. So what are you doing here? Hello, Captain. I arrived to find the place like this. It looks as though our friend Superman has dropped in to pay a visit. So, what do you want to say to her date tonight, Lois? So, yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna do. Yeah, I won't do like a female voice because I'm terrible. I'll try. I'll do something like it, but so I'll say, I suppose I'll give you a break for a change. So that night, why is it you always avoid me at the office? Please, Clark, I've been scribbling sob stories for all day long. Don't ask me to dish out another. Nice looking dame there, eh? Guess I'll cut in. Wait, Butch, suppose her escort don't like it. So what? If he gets nasty, I'll punch his face in. This is gonna be good. I said, run along, I'm cutting in. But this is not a robber's dance. Trying to get flip. Move quick if you know what's good for you. Clark, are you going to stand for this? Reluctantly, Kent adheres to his role of a weakling. Be reasonable, Lois. Dance with this fellow, and then we'll leave right away. So, yeah, Superman's basically a cock, or Clark Kent's a cock. You can stay and dance with him if you wish, but I'm leaving now. Yeah, and you'll dance with me and like it. Why, you? Good for you, Lois. Lois, don't. Fight, you weak-livered polecat. Really, I have no desire to do so. Wait, Lois. But Lois, you asked me earlier in the evening why I avoid you. I'll tell you why now. Because you're a spineless, unbearable coward. Let's get out of here. I'll show that skirt she can't make a fool out of Butch Matson. A few minutes later, a hidden figure observes Butch and his fellow hoodlums leave the roadhouse. Sorry about that. So Butch forces Lois's taxi into a ditch. Pull over there. Let me go. Get in that car and shut up. Well, maybe you two may meet again. What burns me up is that I let her yellow boyfriend off so easy. And I hope it will be soon. Hey, watch out, someone's standing on the road ahead of us. Haha, watch me scare him out of his wits. Look out, you'll hit him. Superman hurdles the oncoming auto. Butch, step on the gas, he's chasing after us. It's the devil himself. Butch's car leaps forward like a released rocket, but it's easily overtaken by Superman. Yo! And the occupants of the car are shaken out. And the car itself smashed to bits. That's the cover. For some reason, Superman's logo is like missing. I don't know. But next, Superman overtakes Butch in one spring. Just a minute, Butch. Do you mind? This will take but a few seconds. Get me off of here. Okay, I'll cut you loose. Don't. You need to be afraid of me. I won't harm you. Bearing Lois in his arms, Superman heads towards the city, depositing her upon its outskirts. I'd advise you not to print this little episode. The next morning. But I tell you, I saw Superman last night. Are you sure it wasn't pink elephants you saw? Lois treats Clark colder than ever before, or ever. I'm sorry about last night. Please don't be angry with me. Clark receives an assignment. Kent, the front page is getting so dull, I've even got the headline card games. There's a war going on in a small South American republic, San Monte. So that's not a real country. And to stir up news, I'm sending you down there as a correspondent. Take along a camera and try to send back some good shots with your articles. Kent takes a train not towards San Monte, but to Washington, D.C. At the capital city, he attends a session of Congress sitting in the gallery. Is that Senator Barrow speaking? Yes. Upon leaving the Senate chambers, Clark snaps a picture of the furtive man speaking swiftly to Senator Barrows. When can I see you? I told you never to speak to me in public. My home tonight at 11 or 8:30. I don't know why I just said at 11. Sorry about that. At the morgue of a local newspaper. Who's the chap speaking to Senator Barrows? Why, that's Alex Greer, the slickest lobbyist in Washington. No one knows what interests back him. 8:30 p.m. Outside Senator Barrows' residence, an eavesdropper listens in on an interesting conversation. I've told you to avoid me in public. What would people think if they knew I had anything to do with you? Quit sputtering. I had to see you tell me. Did you think you'll succeed in pushing the bill through? There's no doubt about it. The bill will be passed before its full implications are realized. Before any remedial steps can be taken, our country will be embroiled with Europe. Fine. We'll take care of you financially for this. I suppose you're going to be well taken care of yourself. He says, you bet he will. Yeah, so this is before the World War II happened. This was a year. Yeah, I think the Czechoslovakia crisis happened around this time. But this was before World War II. Upon leaving Barrows, Greer is confronted by Superman. Who is behind you in corrupting Senator Barrows? I don't know what you're talking about. So you're one of these silent men, eh? We'll see whether you'll talk. Let go of my hand. Your foot will do just as well. Stop, we'll be electrocuted. No, we won't. Birds sit on telephone wires and they aren't electrocuted. No, yeah, you're not a bird though. But yeah, he is Superman. He's invulnerable mostly to electric. Well, it's debatable whether he is or not. There's some times Superman is very vulnerable to electricity, but not unless they touch a telephone pole and are grounded. Oops, almost touched the pole. Look, the Capitol, let's pay a visit. Take me down, take me down. What a magnificent view. Help, help. I wonder if we could jump all the way to that building. No, don't. Despite Greer's frenzied protests, Superman leaps out into the night. Miss doggone it. To be continued. So it gets continued in Action Comics number 2. I'll read that one. And so begins the startling adventures, the most sensational strip character of all time. Superman, a physical marvel, a mental wonder. Superman is destined to reshape the destiny. Well, it's destined twice of a world. Only in Action Comics can you thrill at the daring deeds of this superb creation. Don't miss an issue. So yeah, that's Superman number 1, or Action Comics number 1. Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, it's revolutionized superhero. It created superheroes, basically. There were superheroes before Superman, but they weren't called superheroes. And they didn't have superpowers, like, virtually all the time. They didn't. Yeah, Superman revolutionized the genre of comic books and pop culture as well. Without Superman, there'd be no Batman, there'd be no Spider-Man, there'd be no Marvel Comics or DC, obviously. So yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have a comic you want me to read, that's like before 2013. I'll read it if it's before 2013, because I can't do anything within the last 10 years because of copyright. But I will do anything like something like 2012 or something, because this video is made 2023. But yeah, if you can do anything like over 10 years, I'll read it. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. If you could like, comment, or subscribe, that'd be appreciated. I'll see you guys later.